Hey guys, it's Danny Elliott. Welcome back to the show. Thank you for joining me today. So I want to talk about this article, Make America Hate It Again. It was in Business Insider. It talks about Americans who don't want to travel anymore because all across the world, just in Western countries, but that's the whole world when you're Business Insider, apparently. Somebody went to Germany, somebody went to Canada, they went to London, they went to France, you know? But nobody really went anywhere outside of the West. But all Western countries, all of the locals, when they see an American, they immediately want to start a political fight. They want to argue about divisive politics in the United States, all across the Western world. The premise of the article is that because of the new administration, the United States is hated abroad everywhere, and so it's going to harm the travel and leisure industry. Because in 2020, the lockdowns didn't do any harm to the travel and leisure industry. No. Now the new administration is going to inflict harm upon the travel, leisure, and hospitality industry like you've never seen before. Got it? First off, if you go somewhere and there's mean people on the ski lift that want to argue with you about the president of your country, why the hell are you listening to them? The first character in the article says that she sat on a ski lift with some mean woman who was arguing with her all the way up to the top of the mountain. And then she proceeded to get off the ski lift and listen to the mean woman's recommendation on which run she should take down to the bottom. And then she complained that it was the worst run on the entire ski resort. Why do you listen to people like that? Like, if someone's acting like a jerk, why do you listen to them? Just tell them to shut up. You didn't come here to talk about politics. You came here to go skiing. All these Westerners that are jumping ugly with the American tourists, like, doesn't it say more about them than it says about the Americans on vacation? If you're going on vacation to all these different Western countries and all you're encountering is yelling and screaming about the new administration, I mean, are you really going to the right places? Like, maybe you need to stop going on vacation in Western countries. Expand your mind a little bit. They want to argue about divisive politics in the United States. All these countries have severe socioeconomic problems right now. Germany is a disaster. France, the UK, this has been going on a lot longer than Trump has been in the White House. I mean, travel and leisure peaked around 2022. But yeah, I wanted to talk about this because I don't know why Americans insist on going to other places that are not too much different from the United States. And I was thinking about that Americans are hated, that it might really be a time to go get a second passport. I could have a residence permit, professional visa, and then I'll have a passport. And then when I want to travel, where everyone wants to argue and fight about American politics, I could just show them that I'm from Colombia, I'm from Ecuador, I'm from Ireland. You know? Who is Ireland bothering? Who is Ecuador bothering right now? Nobody cares. Americans like to go to other countries that are as close to the same as the United States as they could possibly find. And I think all these countries have just peaked a long time ago. Especially places like Germany and the UK and Japan. God. I don't know what's wrong with these people. But yeah, I think it's a great time to go get another passport, get away from the divisive politics of the West, and just keep that passport, renounce your allegiance to the IRS in America, and just move on to a better quality of life. And then you never have to worry about people asking, are you an American? You could always just say, no, I'm Colombian, I'm Irish, I'm Ecuadorian. Oh, really? And then they think it's interesting, right? It's just a more interesting conversation where if they hear you're from the United States, oh, really? What do you think about your man in Washington? I just hate that type of talk, you know? It says more about the person asking the question than it does about the American on vacation. It really does, you know? These are not nice people, and, you know, they're very critical, and they like to attack other people. And it just doesn't seem like that's the kind of culture I want to be in. That's not the type of person I am. That's not what I represent. And, you know, that's why I want to move on from the West and find a better quality of life. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section. Let me know what you think about this. And, you know, if you've ever encountered someone while traveling who wanted to argue with you about politics back home when all you wanted to do was enjoy a holiday and mind your own business. But if you like this episode, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel. I think we're up to 65 now. So, really like to get to 100. So if you could help me out with that, I'd really appreciate it. And that's it. I'll see you in the next episode. I'm Danny Elliott.